We
favorite
love
one
hip
from
hop.
years.
Go, dog.
There's been no number one hip hop songs on Billboard for 2023 so far.
Well, that's to show you they want to kill it. And remember, it's 50 years of hip hop. That's why they're going to make sure they're scrutinizing it. Remember, August 11th, hip hop turns
11th.
50 years of age, and that's the day I'm doing a show. So that's going to let you guys know I am really hip hop in Toronto. Back to that, though. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's why there's no number one charted song, because this is the death. They want to kill it at the age that it's made it to. Remember, it's just like half of us. They don't even expect us to make it to 25.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
Which is facts, right? Facts machine all the way. So now imagine this source of energy that was created by Cool. You know what I mean? By certain mans from New York, from the Bronx and those places, right? You gotta understand, bruh. They don't want this to be something where for the next 50 years controls the planet, like how it's controlling it right now.
I have an article right here. 5 reasons why 2023 has yet to yield a number one hip hop album or single. Not even a single, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me get rid of some of these ads. Is there like oh, there we go. Listen, perfect. Yo, I love the new technology, bro.
Because if there's no category for it no more, then that means it doesn't exist. Right? So let's say now hip hop has now become pop, right? So we're number one on the pop charts, guys. Drake is number one.
But look, they have all of these rap stars. Look, they have Dirk in this picture here. Why isn't this loading? Load up.
5 reasons why 2023 has yet to yield a number one hip hop album or single.
That's what I'm trying to show you right now.
As the halfway point of 2023 approaches, hip-hop has yet to grace the top of either the Billboard Hot 100 or the Billboard 200 albums chart. By the beginning of last June, 2022 already boasted number one albums from 6 different rappers. Ghana, DS4Ever, Lil Durk, 7220, Tyler, The Creator, Call Me If You Get Lost, Pusha T, It's Almost Dry, Future, I Never Liked You, and Kendrick Lamar, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Over on the Hot 100, even amidst Harry Styles' historic 15-week As It Was Rain, rap hits from Jack Harlow, First Class, and Future and Drake, Wait For You, secured runs at number one by last year's halfway mark. Just 1 year later, hip-hop has been curiously absent from the top of Billboard's marquee album and singles charts. While each of the 4 albums released in 2023 that have hit number one, The Name Chapter, Temptation, Tomorrow X Together, Mañana Sarah Benito,
you ever heard these people?
And One Thing at a Time, Morgan Wallen, and 5-Star, Stray Kids, have clear hip-hop influences. None are by traditional rappers. The longest we've gone into a calendar year without a rap album at number one since 1993.
See, I'm telling you something.
Hip-hop hasn't fared much better on the Hot 100 this year. Just 6 hip-hop singles have cracked the chart's top 10.
That's what I'm trying to show you guys.
So, what gives? How did a genre that largely ruled the last decade end up having such a quiet start to the year?
Okay, this bitch is gonna take too long.
No, it's because she sounds already like they're on her side, like she's on their side. You know what I mean? It just sounds so like.
So there's a few different reasons they're saying, right?
Yeah.
Number one, a not so starry night. Actually, what's the 5 reasons? Let me get to these 5 reasons. Because they have a clear 5 reasons why they feel. Okay, here it is. I'll just fast forward the article here. Jesus Christ, this bitch taking off. There we go. We'll go right here.
Hitmaker Lil TJ suffered 7 gunshot wounds. The Lucid Dreams rapper has notched 9 top 10 hits in terms of market share.
Okay, here it is.
Randy B and astonishing numbers, Youngboy Never Broke Again has collected 15 top 10 albums in just 5 years, without necessarily having a major impact on the larger mainstream. With this kind of relationship, however, fans can also be incredibly fickle and switch on artists as quickly as they support them. As interest in his music started to waver post Please Excuse Me for Being Antisocial, Roddy Ricch can attest to the volatility of broad fan support. 2 views from the top. It is well known that hip-hop has reigned as the biggest commercial genre in the United States since 2018. Current tallies for this year show that the genre remains the country's biggest music. In fact, Randy B and hip-hop is up 6.3% in overall units this year compared to 2022.
So overall, hip-hop is still a thing.
It is slowly losing its dominance in terms of market share. Randy B and hip-hop currently account for 26% of this year's market share compared to 27.8% last year.
Okay, also when they keep on saying Randy B, that's R&B.
With the rise in market share for country, 8.26% this year compared to last year's 7.72%, and Latin music, 6.68% this year compared to last year's 6.17%. It looks like hip-hop is slipping a little in its footing as
and they also talk about they also talk about rappers dying. That's another reason.
Yeah.
There's like, you know, they're saying that hip-hop just is not touching the top of the charts anymore. You know what I mean? Chart stagnation. And then whatchamacallit? The gradual return of the club scene. So like the EDM music making a comeback and stuff like that.
That's still our world. That's still, we made dance music. We started that. Like it comes from that CNC Music Factory. All those type of groups, right? Come on, bro. No. I see it more as an assassination. It's an assassination to the culture, right? So when something that makes money is the Billboard, right?
Right.
Now, streaming does not make as money. That it makes you money, but you got to have a lot of streams. Let's just be real, right?
Well, okay, let's be clear about Billboard too, right? Billboard is the chart that just tracks everything that's based off of whatever was sold, right? So they don't, when you see anything that's on a Billboard chart, there's nobody choosing it. It's just, this is how much of everything that was sold. This is on number 1, this is number 50, this number whatever, based on how many people are consuming this music.
Even if it's radio, whatever it is.
Yeah, well, right? Yeah, if it's getting chart position, if it's getting... If it's accumulating sales, you know what I'm saying, and streams, because they include streams, YouTube, everything in that.
So this is what happens when they assassinated hip-hop. Before, we used to wait for albums to come, to drop, right? You know LL Cool J is about to drop. You wait. You remember when Mobb Deep for Hell on Earth came out after the infamous Mob?
Yeah.
We were waiting for Hell on Earth. When it dropped, everybody was rocking to that for the whole period of time until something else came out. CNN, something else came out.
Yeah.
Now we're at a rapid speed of just music coming out. Every day there's
too much, bro.
Yeah, fam. So I don't anticipate 600 Breezy like I wouldn't anticipate 600 Breezy if he had a hit before and then he took 2 years off to create another album and create a hit.
Yeah.
I just would be like, oh, I see him every day.
And even to add to what you're saying, because you mentioned 600 Breezy, you see him here on the thumbnail, right?
Yeah.
Too many of these rappers these days are more personalities than they are rappers, so nobody's really checking for their music. They're just checking to see what they're doing online.
What's the antics, right? And you got to remember, look at how many blocks are in this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? In that block, right there, in that little, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, now, when I looked at that just now, I said, oh, that's where they're making their money off of hip-hop, off of these faces.
Well, and the faces that, because people don't see that on the screen, you're looking at, I have the Vlad TV channel up on the TV here, on the big screen here.
Right.
And it just has like a bunch of thumbnails on it of some gangsters. Murphy Lee is there from... You
got Gilbert Arenas, you got 600 Breezy, you got Jason Mitchell, and you got Jackie Harry from 227. Okay? Right? Now, all these people have something to do with hip hop, whether it was early 2000s, whether it was in the 80s, you know what I mean? And all of them have seen the transition of it, right? So now they're at the point where they're seeing the death of it. So that's why she can go and do a Jackie Harry shouldn't be doing a Vlad TV goddamn interview.
Why not?
She should be on ET. Stop this. She's a legend.
Vlad is the premier of legendary people.
I'm not.
But that's a whole other conversation.
That's a whole other conversation.
Why do you think that we're not getting, for 2023, a number 1, people are not consuming hip-hop at the same rate?
Because it's so much, you can get it anywhere now. You can get it anywhere. Before you just couldn't get it like that, bruh.
Yeah,
I waited for the Lost Boys album to drop, bruh.
Yeah.
It took
There's no rollouts.
There's no rollouts anymore, bruh. So I'm like, cheesed when I see a new rapper. I'm like, who are you?
And I'll also add on to that too. We don't know, because this whole mixtape and album thing got so convoluted. Nobody knows when like you're dropping your mixtape or when you're dropping your album. Like nothing's just straight albums anymore. Even though everything's all on the streaming platforms, nobody's like taking that step forward to say, oh, this is my album. This is my album. This is my album.
Is me.
Right?
Yeah.
And then like, you know, somebody was saying about the short attention span, like, and you were saying with so much music to consume, a song doesn't have enough time to live long enough by itself to go up the charts, fam. By the time it's going up the charts, the man's already dropping the next tune, fam.
Yeah, and there's someone else dropped something hotter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's microwave right to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, boy, this is where it's like remember when Jay-Z came with the death of auto-tune? He about to come like really with the death of hip-hop.
Death of hip-hop. J Mac in the comments said that things are heavily saturated. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like it's not hip-hop, and they know it. They know what hip-hop is. I bet you Jay-Z dropped something, Kendrick dropped something that go to the #1 because they came with the traditional rap.
Yeah, but Kendrick dropped this year and it didn't go.
They didn't go to nothing.
It touched the charts, high in the charts, but talking, #1.
Yeah, #1, no. But I'm talking like Jay-Z. You get what I'm saying? Man like Jay-Z.
Maybe.
Yeah, fam. Him, Jay-Z and Beyonce drop something and go #1.
Because remember, like they're talking about hip-hop and R&B, right?
Yeah.
It's just they called it Randy B or something like that. But
oh, my God.
Beyonce dropped this year, too, even though I think it was a considered dance. I don't know if they consider that.
It's a dance album.
It was a dance album, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was one of the points they made in the thing here, the rise of EDM.
But dog, that's always been in our community. That's always been like hip hop too.
But it's not called the genre of hip. Like I'm talking
the
genre of hip hop.
I know.
People rapping and
bro,
this is what
when you used to hear those dance records, you were hearing rapping still on them too.
Yes, but right now a song that is a rap song is not #1.
Not #1 at all.
You know what I'm saying? EDM, yes, it comes from us and everything like that. They're getting their #1s. But when are we, like Drake's dropping, fam. He's dropping tunes and he's not getting #1 on the chart, bro. Walk one, fam.
Bro, it's weird, eh? Because they're controlling it.
Remember, we still have the highest market share in the game.
Well, hold on now. So if Kanye was really to drop a tune with Taylor Swift, though, it would be #1.
That's #1 because Taylor Swift has no problem going #1
on the hip hop charts.
No, just hip. Period.
Period. So now,
like we have our hip hop charts that are already separate. Like that's soft. I'm talking the mainstream top 150 Billboard songs. There has not been a #1 hip hop song in the whole of 2023. And 2022 had enough of them. Remember, First Class, Drake, all these different things they were mentioning all went #1 last year.
We're tired of some of these rappers probably because we have to because there's so much. We got to keep up with them. And on top of that, they got to keep up with us. That now we're like, what's new?
Yeah. And we've been kicking like rock and like which alternative and all these different genres backs in for so long.
Yeah.
It would have to turn around after a while, fam. Like everything has ebbs and flows. Everything has peaks and valleys.
Everything repeats itself in a sense.
You know
Fashion repeats itself. Music repeats itself.
Right? In the early 90s, Green Day and Nirvana and all these guys were they were popular just as like the hip hop guys, right?
Bro, they were hip hop.
Well, they were rock, bro.
Yeah, but they're dressed like Limp Bizkit. Stop this.
Limp Bizkit, yes.
Fred Durst. Like, come on, bro. Those guys were like, you know, that skater community.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. That's hip hop, bro.
But like, those guys' genre was living. Like, they still were, like, the white boys were still getting their just due.
Their bread.
Right?
Yeah.
Over the last, I don't know, maybe 10 years or so.
More than that, bro. It died 2003.
Hip hop's just been like, just the thing. They've seen it move and get in.
No, how it happened, I remember this. Because I used to have to do a couple of rock and roll festivals with like Limp Bizkit on it. I mean, not Limp Bizkit,
Blink 182.
No. It will come back to me. Sorry.
Headley.
No, yeah. Well, that was one of them. But
Dirty Boy Headley.
No, man. But anyways, a lot of if you remember that DMX concert.
Yeah.
Where it was 1 million people.
Warped Tour.
Thank you. And he's wearing the red overalls.
Yeah.
Right?
Warped Tour.
Right?
It was with Limp Bizkit, all those people around.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They had to combine us with them after because they were losing the sales of like that genre of music. You know what I'm saying?
Like Rage Against the Machine came out at that time.
Yeah.
No, but like over the years, hip hop has dominated, and here we are in 2023. Not one number one, bro. I think things are changing back over, fam. For a while, at least.
You know what? I don't mind because you know what? It would stop half of these lame ass rappers trying to do this now to get a quick rich scheme.
Get rich quick scheme.
Yeah, blah blah blah. Sorry, tongue twister. But anyways, yeah. If that happens, good. Let some rock and roll run the place for the next 10 years. Let us revamp this.
It forces people to make better music too.
We will make way better music.
Like unique music, not just something that sounds the same as the last person.
And we'll come back with the groups, rap groups.
Too. Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? It's been a while since I heard a cold ass rap group besides Griselda, and they're not even a rap group to me. They seem like their own entities.
I'll tell you why. And we could leave this Billboard conversation. We could change this for a quick second to the group. Why there is no rap groups is because we don't have enough attention span for a rap group to be able to, like, for a song to last that long. Remember, like, especially like, okay, you see like the Locks, right? There's 3 mans in the group. So now that's 3 verses that you're going to have to sit through. That's like a 2-minute and change, almost 3-minute song. Now songs are like 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Yeah, but you can still do that.
But you're going to have to get everybody in there so in and out so quick that it's easier for you just to be a solo artist.
True. But then that's more material you have to have, right?
But literally, this is why I think there's no groups, because there's not enough time in the song to get 2 guys to really get their opinions off, bro.
I feel like that's the part where we're losing.
Definitely, fam. Like, we had some classic groups.
Exactly. We're losing because we used to have classic groups, and now everybody's a solo artist doing their own solo thing with the solo antics. Remember when we'd hear Bone Thugs and Harmony, dog?
There's like 4 mans in that group, bro.
And they'll flip a record.
Mans are like waiting for Busy's verse last. Oh, that's going to be the best verse.
Right? And he'll go nuts.
It's like we're already 3 minutes into the song. Mans are still waiting for more music from the same song. They're not like next. Mans are like, okay, I'm 2 minutes into the song. But now, I'm literally, don't end the song now, because now I'm going to be like, why is the song so short?
But I can't remember what music came out last week, but I can for sure remember It's Bone and Biggie, It's Bone and Biggie. Sorry. I can surely remember that.
One of the biggest hip hop songs. It's bigger than hip hop. Okay.
By Dead Prez?
Dead Prez. That song's not no 1 minute tune, fam. There's 2 mans on the tune.
Yeah.
And we want to hear both of their verses, fam. The second verse is maybe even more fire than the first verse.
One thing about music, when you hear it hit your veins.
Like, come on, bro. Things are mashed up now, fam. That's why I'm okay with if they give it a little break, you know? Like if they, you know what I mean? They put us on a little suspension for a bit, make us go revamp our roots, bro. Yeah.
And they're gonna stop it at 50. That's what they're doing to us, though.
As soon as they get to 50 years, y'all ain't getting nothing on the number one.
I let 49 years go by.
Y'all niggas been winning way too long.
Way too long. Now it's time for some jazz to kick in with a twist of some hip hop, something else. They want something else from us, dog.
What do you say? Kenny G's making a comeback.
Yo, they want something else from us. Okay,
oh, man,
they're sick.
Chantal Crevier is gonna make a number one album just now,
right? No, real though.
That's the only jazz I know, bro.
Right?
I'm running out of names.
No, they'll bring back Sade and have us messed up.
Hey, I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. We need a younger girl that can sound like that.
Yeah.
or something. You know what I mean? For this culture to go on, right?
So you're saying Suki with the good coochie can't be the Sade replacement?
Never, definitely not. It's gonna be like what, Summer Walker, one of them, or SZA.
Yeah.
You know, that type of vibe. You know what I mean? Even that girl Winter. You know what I mean? There's this
summer and there's a winter. What the
there's
hell,
a
bro?
bad thing called winter. That's some chun. But
man,
that's what I feel. That's what I feel. You know what I mean?
Okay, I got one more story for us.
What's up?
We love hip hop.